So I thought there was no way in a million years that I was gonna get the vid, okay? I was whistling through the graveyard. I was pretty much sure that I had beaten this whole thing. I was expecting kind of to brush COVID off like it was nothing. Well, that's not what happened. This channel is about being 50 and having fun and having a good time, and COVID's not a good time. I was out to dinner with my wife, and I'm like, I don't feel so well. And my wife's like, uh-oh, you have COVID. I'm like, no! And we went home, and I took a test, and it was negative. And I went to bed, and I woke up in the morning, and I felt crappier. And she came in, and she gave me another test, and I tested negative. So I went to sleep. I woke up day 2. I'm freaking wrecked. She came in, stuck that thing up my nose. Finally, I have a positive test. Wicked headache, just super bad headache. Achy, I was so freaking achy. I was just burrowing into my bed like a big baby. And that went on for 3 or 4 days until my fever broke. And I'm like, oh, finally, I'm gonna feel better. Well, not so much. What happened then is I started to get it in the chest. I started to cough. And on top of that, it's the worst sore throat I ever had. And I was just generally feeling sick. On the scale of kind of COVID, there's mild, moderate, and severe. I was in the mild category, but if you would have asked me on day 2 or 3 when my head was throbbing and I was achy and I had a fever, if I was mildly ill, I would have said, are you freaking crazy? But this is where it gets a little weird, okay? I was 65% better. I could get up, I could move about the house, I could take a deep breath, the sore throat was gone, but I was still freaking beat. And I would get up feeling okay. I'd be like, take a shower, and I would shave, and I would get ready for my day, and then 11:30, noon would come around, and I'd be like, I gotta go back to bed. And that went on. I would get just a little bit better, just a little bit better every day, day 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It wasn't like a typical illness where you know, sometimes you go to sleep and you wake up in the morning and you're like, wow, I feel way better. It was not that at all. And it wasn't until day 13 or 14 when we actually did the swab and I came up with a negative test. This thing took me by surprise. I was pretty much figuring that I was gonna be on the easy side of it because, you know, I'm 59, but I take care of myself. I'm not overweight, I'm not pre-diabetic, I don't have any respiratory issues, all that stuff. Didn't work out that way for me. If there's one thing that I really want you to know here, I guess it's that I was unprepared for how sick I got. I had kind of ignored the realities of what was happening all around me. So when I got sick and in the depths of it, I was shocked. And I guess I don't want you to get COVID, but if you do get COVID, I guess I don't want you to be shocked or surprised like I was. I have no clue where I got this virus. Maybe it was the gym, maybe it was the supermarket, maybe it was when I was getting my manicure. Wait, no, I don't get manicures. So there are very few benefits to getting COVID, but there are 2, I suppose. The first one is because I'm vaccinated, boosted, and now I've had COVID, one of my clients at the gym is a doctor, and he's like, you're as good as it gets. So for the next 3 months, you're good. You probably aren't gonna get COVID. And I asked him about getting the 3rd booster. He's like, don't bother. In 90 days, go get it if you want, but right now, don't bother. The other benefit to being so sick is I'm not sick anymore. I went on the bike ride. I'm at the gym. I'm working with people again. I'm exercising, and I feel like $1,000,000. Being as sick as I was, I just don't appreciate how healthy I am when things are going good. Yeah, I have a little arthritis here and a little tear here and this and that, and things going on. But really, compared to being sick in bed with a fever, headache, sore throat, blah, 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 I am hearty and hale and healthy.